Okay. So what we have here is the Celtic cross spread. That's what we're going to be using today to get a good insight on what exactly you're going to be seeing or dealing with, or what you're currently dealing with right now in your love life. So the underlying energy is the Seven of Swords. This is not necessarily the best card to get because it could be talking about lies, deception. It could also be something sneaking away or someone dealing with something. So there's some I guess not positive parts, but not so negative portions about this card. So we're just gonna have to look at the spread here and see exactly what it is that is selling us. It has something to do with sneaking away or lies. Hopefully none of you guys are lying to anybody or no one's lying to you. But let's go ahead and get started with the reading. So the first card that you have on the heart of the reading here is the World. Now the World means that you have a successful completion. Hold on, let me see if it'll focus. Focus. Okay, perfect. So the World card basically represents a successful completion. Things going like an end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. So it's just it's almost like kind of not necessarily rebirth, but basically things just things changing due to a course of something running its course. And what you have crossing it is the Four of Swords. Four of Swords basically means that you are taking a break, or in order to get to the successful completion. But what's keeping you from it is that you're resting. You're not doing anything. You're not up and moving. You're taking a rest at the moment. Or what this also could mean, it could mean that that you've been through the cycle. Go ahead, you can take a rest now. You're resting, which is totally understandable. But I honestly think this just means that you're resting, so you're not able to get to that successful completion. Because the foundation of the reading here, you have the Seven of Wands, and that's basically standing your ground. You're just being defensive at the moment. It's basically just being defensive. You don't necessarily you're winning the battle. You just you don't want to give up too soon. You're just trying to get you're trying to get past something. You got two sevens in here. See if you got any more. Yeah, so you got two sevens in this whole deck. So interesting. But basically, the foundation of the reading here is standing your ground, is being quite defensive. So I don't know if you're being defensive or someone's being defensive with you, but definitely there's some defensive energy here. Now, in your present, you have the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles basically means just holding on to things that you see have value in it. It could also mean that you're not opening up about your feelings. You're not really expressing yourself. You're just kind of keeping everything closed in. You're holding what's yours very close to you. You're keeping your heart from expressing itself. And that could be you. It could be somebody else that you're dealing with. We're going to go ahead and pull some clarifiers too, just to be sure that, see what exactly you're holding, whatever someone's holding on to. But just as an example, that's what it could mean. But yeah, so something going on in your present that's keeping you or keeping this person from opening up, or basically sharing some information, pretty much. And in the future, though, you do have the Magician. So this basically means it can mean manifesting, it can mean communication, but ultimately it's having all that you need to be able to do whatever you want to do. So you'll have everything that you need. You'll be prepared to handle anything that's going to be thrown at you. But most of all, it could be communication. You could be communicating with someone, or you could be, or you might want to manifest, or you're going to be starting to manifest soon. But I really honestly think intuitively, I think that that this is this is communication of some sort. Because what you have here in your crowning energy is the Knight of Swords. Someone that charges in, very fast knight. I honestly feel that he's the fastest knight in the whole deck. Because as you see here, he's running as fast as he wants. The Knight of Wands, yeah, he's fast, but he's also very fun. He's not in any hurry. He's not in any rush. This guy is about to fight somebody, as you can see out here. He's got the sword right here, and even his ride looks pissed. Do you see him? They are really in it to go at something. So they're charging in with fighting for some purpose, and it's honestly something he believes in. He's certain about whatever he believes in is worth fighting for. So this is kind of the energy that's going on right now. What you're going to probably dealing with, or what you're going to have to do, is fight for what you want, guys. Okay, and your feelings, you have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is a good thing to see after, since you have the world in the heart of your reading. You feel like you started a stable beginning, a beginning with some sort of foundation, which is good. This is good to have in your feelings, because honestly, who wants to have a rocky start, right? Nothing like you guys started something on something reliable, and I think that's good. Or you could have received a stable offer, of some sort, or an offer of a new beginning, or of course, or a new business venture. In your outside factors, you have the Hangman. So it's kind of going along with what was crossed by, what was crossed. As you see here, you have the Hangman. Hangman is about waiting until you get a new perspective. So right now, you guys feel like, things are going slow, or you're just waiting, things pretty much stopped, but you have to see something first. Something's going to come to light to you guys. So that way you get to see whatever it is that it's going to get you moving forward. But right now, everything's kind of like in a standstill. So you're just waiting for that thing to pop up so you can move forward. Now, what you're hoping fear is Two of Pentacles. I don't necessarily know if you want to be juggling everything. Maybe you do. You want to juggle everything properly organized, and as organized as possible. But you don't want everything to be kind of out of hand, where you're juggling everything, you're stressed out. That could be something that you could be hoping for too. You don't want to probably deal with too much at once. You don't want to be overwhelmed by everything that you're juggling by, because as you see, he's also rolling on this thing too. He's rolling on this log here, trying to keep himself balanced while he's juggling Two Pentacles. So yeah, I totally understand that. You don't want to keep everything, you want to keep everything organized. You don't want everything to kind of just take over you. You want to control everything and make sure that everything has its proper time and everything. So it's just kind of moderation in all things here. And then in your outcome, you have the Three of Pentacles, which is taking action as far as going about your future. So you want to plan for the future. And that's pretty much your outcome. So basically what the outcome is, it's just kind of the summary of the reading. Eventually, what you're going to be going towards is planning for the future, moving forward. And you can't really do that when you have the Hangman here. So you're waiting for that new perspective, but once that new perspective is over, this is what your outcome will be. Planning for the future, using what you know, and moving forward. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some clarifiers in here. What the fuck the Four of Pentacles is. Sorry for my French. I don't know if you guys mind the cuss words or not. I cuss a little bit here and there, but that's just how I speak. If it does bother you, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. But this is how I speak, guys. Okay. Oh, okay. For the Four of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Wands. Please clarify what the Four of Pentacles is. What is the Four of Pentacles? Oh, it's not letting me shuffle here. You see this? What is the Four of Pentacles here? Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Please clarify the Four of Pentacles. Okay. I'm gonna just go ahead and pull one more. Okay. Wow. 7 7 sevens. Alright, so and then underneath the deck you have the 10 of swords. So you could be holding on to something due to a past, so just some betrayals in the past, possibly. Yeah, you see the guy? He is just toe up from the blow up. But yeah, could be the reason why you're holding on to stuff, or someone that could be holding on to something is because of some past issues or some betrayal that they have received. But looking at the 3 cards here to clarify the Four of Pentacles, you have the 10 of Wands. So that's being overbearing with responsibilities or something being a burden on you. And the 7 of Pentacles is a lot to do with doing some work, but you're just kind of waiting to harvest, the seeds that you've been planting. So it looks like to me so far that it's like some sort of waiting was a serious burden, or something wasn't worth waiting for, in a way, because you also have the 7 of Swords here, which is also, and like I said before, is the lie deceiving card. It's also not looking at something and just not dealing with something. But so it could have been something that wasn't worth looking for. Worth waiting for, excuse me. Something that caused more burden than it had more reward, honestly. Or something that or like a burden on you as far as waiting for something, and it turned out to be false. That's just my interpretations of what that means there for you. Let's see what else to clarify. Let's go ahead and clarify the Ace of Pentacles here as well. Oh, wow. Ace of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. Okay. Okay. And you got the last 2 cards. Queen of Wands and the Star. You guys, what's going on? And underneath this deck, you have the 6 of Swords. This is the travel card, or this is the self-discovery card. Just basically soul-searching. Basically finding out who you are, in a way. It's more of like spiritual traveling. Also, but it could also be physical traveling, could be moving house and things. Well, actually, I think the 4 of Wands is more of moving house. This is just more of just, traveling, moving, yeah. So, ooh, interesting. So, since you have the Ace of Pentacles in your feelings, it has something to do with a Knight of Swords. So that could be somebody. As I should have mentioned here, when you're crowning energy, you could be dealing with a younger or immature air sign, which is a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius that you could be dealing with. Especially here in this reading here, that it could be somebody that has an air placement here, or someone that really knows what they want, pretty much. Could be you that could know what they want, that could be fighting for what they want. It could be you charging into a situation and wanting things to be fast. Or it could be someone else. And also, it could be someone that isn't fire sign. That's a Leo, Aries, or not Capricorn, excuse me. Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. You could be dealing with an earth sign here, or someone that has very passionate characteristics of a Wands. So someone that's very creative, very passionate, very sexual, social, very charismatic. Someone that's very hot, that can be hot-headed sometimes too, guys. So also look out for that as well. And then you also have the Star, which is healing or something, or manifesting. And especially since you have the Magician here in your in your present, I honestly believe that this is manifesting, guys. I think this is something you've manifested. I think you've honestly manifested your new beginning, which is amazing, and I hope it really works out for you guys. So yeah, this is what's clarifying your Ace of Pentacles. Very interesting. Because we don't need to clarify the Magician, but let's go ahead and clarify the Hangman, because what are we waiting for? What perspective are you guys waiting for before you guys can start planning for the future? Let's get that set up. Okay, you have Temperance. Ooh, fudge. What are the 2 cards that you get? Wow, okay. The Hangman twice, and the 5 of Pentacles. And underneath that, you guys, you have the 6 of Wands. 6 of Swords, excuse me. So, this is a lot to do with traveling, y'all. Where are we going? Hangman. So I think this has something to do with you guys maybe not waiting for a new perspective, but waiting for you guys to get enough money. Because as you see here, the 5 of Pentacles is the charity card. Not the charity card, excuse me. It's kind of like the broke card. Like you see how they're poor and they're walking by the church here with lights and everything. It could be ignoring support, or it could be not having support. But it could also mean that you don't have enough money to go ahead and go about your move. This could be the new perspective. That could be it. What you're waiting for is enough funds to go ahead and move. But at this moment, you have to keep things balanced. Excuse me. Because you have here in your hopes and fears the 2 of Pentacles. So you're hoping that you can keep everything balanced. You can keep everything you can keep everything balanced. So I honestly think this is just you guys trying to wait for some money to come in. You're waiting for whatever you're waiting for as far as being poor to come through, so you can go ahead and go on with your move, guys. But of course, stay balanced. Don't go out of balance, guys. And since you had the clarifiers here for your new beginning as the Queen of Wands, you could be dealing with Sagittarius, y'all. Could be dealing with Sagittarius, but again, I don't necessarily just go by what each card sign stands for. You know, like what sign stands for each card. You know, I use it as a guideline, and it can be possible for you guys, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a Sagittarius. It just could be you needing to balance things out. All right, I think we're gonna clarify 2 more cards. And then we're going to go ahead and go on with the Oracle messages. Let's do the 7 of Wands here. Clarify the 7 of Wands first, please. Please clarify the 7 of Wands. Strength. Okay. 7 of Wands, 7 of Wands. 6 of Wands. Okay. Please clarify the 7 of Wands, please. Okay. So the foundation here was the 7 of Wands, and that's, like I said, either being defensive or standing your ground. Honestly, I think it's about standing your ground. And interestingly enough, the bottom of the deck for the clarifications is the Worlds. So successful completion. So you're defending yourself pretty much, or you're standing your ground regarding a completion of a cycle. And the first card you have here is Strength. You have the 6 of Wands and then the Fool. Now, I think honestly with all these together, it's having strength towards victory of a new beginning, or to a new beginning. The victory will be being the new beginning. So that is what that's why you're defensive. You're just trying to you had victory in the past, and this is your new beginning. That's the clearest I can honestly see this. So you're using your inner strength, and you had your successful completion. You've reached that, and now you have your new beginning.